And we are on our way. Okay, thanks everybody for plugging in. We're going to be getting this thing rolling. So this is our so welcome to our boot camp. This is really designed to be more of an orientation, a boot camp orientation, to lay out really what to expect in your training process and kind of what we're going to take you through in order to learn our program and then get out there in the field making money. Okay, and that's really why you got in the business, so you can get out in the field and make some money and really make this career opportunity a real opportunity. And so I'm going to be sort of your host, your guide to getting through the training, and then I'm also your source as well. So I'm your source to call and get help from, and really guide you through the process. You know, we got different learning styles out there. So I know some of y'all, need to be shown what to do. Others, need to just kind of read through it and learn it and then get me out there. Let me just say the most important thing to getting started with anything is knowing why you want to do this and having a very, very definite goal that you're trying to accomplish income-wise. If you want to make $1,500 a week, there are specific things you need to do. If you want to make $2,000 a week, you got to do specific things, and it's probably more of the same, right? So it comes down to basics. So the whole idea is to teach you the fundamentals and the basics so that you can build upon that, and then just let the numbers work to your advantage. You want to make whatever you want to make. I'm here to guide you, but it comes down to the same basic things: leads, booking appointments, running appointments, writing policies, getting policies issued, and then you get paid. It's a very simple process. So those of you already in insurance, you know that. Some of you are coming from IMOs or other programs that you've done already. So I'm not telling you anything different than what you've been taught in other programs. What I am going to talk to you about, or kind of part of this conversation, is how do you go from doing the regular business to doing something more professional in nature. And so I think that's a feature that our business has for you, is that we kind of pick up where a lot of these IMOs leave off, and they just, are really happy with you, grinding, doing $80 a month final expense policies. I'm not against that. I think we all should start there. We all need to start somewhere, and that's the way you can start making money right away. But eventually we have this plan to move you into a more professional services environment where you're going to make a lot more money on less appointments, and you're going to be talking to higher quality clients. So I really see a transition opportunity for you should you decide to go that way. If you don't, that's cool too. So, I'm just offering you an opportunity to do something that's quite a bit different than, what Family First Life and Symmetry Financial Group and Equus and even the bulk of National Agents Alliance, of whom we're a part, is kind of marching down that road. We've got other things we're doing that I'm just fired up about, that I think you can play in it if you want to play in it. Right now, we're just going to try to get you out in the field, okay? And we're going to keep it simple. So the whole idea is this boot camp and the training you're going to be starting is going to be starting very simply. Okay, and so no offense to those of you that are intellectual and smart, but we're going to just dumb everything down so, so that you can start making money right away. And all the complexity we've kind of worked out of it. So any complexity that's added to the process is complexity added on your part, not us, okay? And that'll be driven by, I don't know, I'm not gonna say. Let's keep moving forward. So, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna kind of tour you around what the boot camp process, so you know what we're gonna be, what you're gonna be doing from here on out. By the way, I am recording this, so I'm gonna get you the recording so that you'll be able to review this. So, don't worry too much about taking copious notes. You can rewatch the video, okay? So let's go ahead and get you started. Okay, so let's all start from the same place. By the way, I'm monitoring the chat line. So if you have any immediate questions or anything on your mind, chat it at me on the chat line, and I'm monitoring it. So I will answer, anything that comes up, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get to the bootcamp training page. So you go to my website, abuyuanfinancial.com. You hover over more, then you go to bootcamp training right there. Okay. And then the password to get in is NAA Rocks On, NAAROCKSON, NAA Rocks On. So you click on Go. And then this is the overview, the flow of our bootcamp training program. Okay, so this, if you get lost, just come back here. This is your roadmap, all right? This is a roadmap through the entire process. Okay, so like I said, if you get lost, this is where you reference. So it's a 4-step. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I just want to make sure. I've even streamlined it more in the last week. Okay, so it's a 4-phase process. We call it 4 steps, whatever you want to call it. So this first one is something you should have already done, obviously, because you're on this call, and that's register for this boot camp. Okay, and so you probably did number 1. Number 2 is getting registered on all our communication, vehicles, I guess you'd say. So this video goes into what this step is about, and that's really kind of going to this getting started page, right? And what I've tried to do is I've tried to get this done ahead of time. So this video goes into what this website, getting started website, and I'm starting to get this in the beginning of the process. So some of you would have already maybe have gone through this, but when you click on this website, again, the same password. If you ever encounter a password on my website, it's the same one, NAA Rocks On. Okay. So this first part talks about setting up an email account, a separate email account, so that you're not getting stuff confused with your personal email account. And we have a suggestion on, making it like your first initial last name .abn@gmail.com. That's kind of the format that we suggest. But you can, as long as you put a separate email together so you can have stuff sent, and setting up a rule on your Outlook or whatever client you use, even Gmail, that routes stuff to this account. You want your insurance stuff, anything that we send you, to this email account so that you have it separate from your personal email. And then here are the things to sign up for. Again, all this stuff is explained in the video, the webinar schedule. So even talks about business cards down here, okay? But the main thing is to set that up, the email account, and then get on my AWeber or email blast, get on my Slack app, okay? Sign up for the Alliance Band app for your smartphone. Check out my YouTube channel, get subscribed to that. This is our webinar schedule. So this tells you when all our webinars are, and then the Alliance Media app. Again, this is all explained already in this video. That's a short video, okay? So step 2 is getting plugged in. So this is kind of our plugged in step. Step 3 is this. So I actually have a video of my last week's boot camp. So, I mean, this really can kind of exist on its own, really, this page. But I want to do it live, too, because I want to, answer any questions you might have. Again, with the desire to keep this very simple, a simple process. So this is last week, I think, the 6/28, so maybe 2 weeks ago. Oh, wow. Hold on. Interesting. I thought this was, I don't think this was the last one I intended to put on here. Okay. Something happened. Okay. Anyway, so you're attending tonight and I'm going to send you this video. So this is really, again, this is the roadmap, right? And then finally, after tonight, this is step 4, and that is going down to get to where all the time, you know, the training is really where it resides, and it's in selling on our lead program, or if we hired you to do estate planning and learning to sell insurance through doing estate plans for people, this is where the fork happens in the road. So I think as I look at your names, I think a lot of you were coming in on the lead program side, selling final expense and mortgage protection. I don't think there's anyone on here that was specifically for estate planning. Yeah, so that is, okay. So thanks, Deborah. For some reason, the other video didn't make it here, which is more like what tonight is. So tonight, last week I referenced things I changed on the website. So something got messed up there. All right, that's cool. So step 4, choose your path. So I think most of you did the lead program side. So let's click on here, the post boot camp. Okay, and I'll show you the estate planning side too. It looks very similar, but it's different. Okay, so now getting out the gate fast. This takes you through a series of things to learn in order to get out the gate fast. Okay, step 1 primarily is filling out your goals form, so I know what your goals are. Okay. Step 2 is learning the in-home appointment. Now, I'm really leaning people more towards doing in-home appointments. I think the in-home appointment, well, I know for a fact the in-home appointment has a higher close ratio, and it takes less skill to sell in the home than it does over the phone. Now, I'm not against doing telephone sales. If you came in to do telephone sales, God bless you, we can help you do that. It just takes more skill. Okay, it takes way more skill to sell over the phone than in the home. Okay, now the in-home appointment involves 2 steps: dialing leads and booking appointments, and then running the appointment. Okay, so we're going to teach you the scripts, and that's this right here, script training with Mr. Paul Minichino. And these are 3 different scripts, well, actually 2 different scripts, then how to handle objections. So it's a real short training. It's real good on mindset, attitude. And then these are videos. You don't have to go through all of them. Just kind of spot check them. These are real live agents calling real live leads to book appointments. And you can hear different styles and the biggest thing is not so much the script they're using as in listening for how they book appointments. Listen to how they say what they say, having that confidence and banter, you know. So these are some really good ones. I even have my own. You can see me do it. Okay. And then the next part is running the appointment. So here's the sales process overview. And this is done primarily through the ATM, this PowerPoint. So when you click on the PowerPoint, this is what you put together. You put it in a binder, and then this is what you use to keep the client on track. And we teach you how to use it. We have a script for the in-home appointment. Okay, so you can read the script and get the flow, as well as this video. And the PowerPoint's coming up sometime soon, we hope. But you're going to be putting one of these together for yourself. I've got all the instructions on what to do and how to do that. Well, that's taking a long time. That's because it's a large file. So this is what that looks like. So you take the client through this PowerPoint. You don't like read it. This is just what you reference. You can tell them about yourself. This part you modify about yourself, pictures about with your family and your license, and I can help you with that as well. And then this is all the canned stuff, man. And the script will teach you how to go through these slides, tell them about our carriers, showing them the logos of our carriers. We're going to tell them what we're going to accomplish today, kind of give them an idea of what we do. We're going to find out why they sent this in, what are they thinking about. So we've got the final expense version of that, the life insurance version. Okay. Actually, final expense, and then this is more the mortgage protection, the life insurance side. So you use one or the other. Like, I'm not going to go through this. I mean, I have that video, but we do a financial pre-qualification. We qualify them on the plan. We qualify them on the health. We figure out what their budget is, tell them what the budget part is, tell them what happens next. If it's final expense, we explain how final expense works. If it's mortgage protection, we explain how mortgage protection works. Then we calculate the quote, give them 3 options. They pick an option, then we fill out the application. We tell them this is the information we need in order to do that. And then we tell them what happens from here, from this point out. This is where the close happens. Final questions. This locks down the sale after you write it up. And then this is our referral system, the emergency response system. Discount cards, save money. Okay, so that is the ATM. So that's the PowerPoint. So we teach you how to go through that here. And like I said, there's a script. And then here's the training on the referral system. So this is the in-home appointment. And then telesales. So if you're down with the telesales, this is our telesales script, everything related to telesales, okay? And then learning how to write an app. So we try to really keep it very basic for you. We're going to start you with 2 companies, Columbian Financial Group for mortgage protection and final expense, and then Great Western for guaranteed issue. And so when you click on these, this takes you to our very simplified webpage on how to write these particular companies. Okay, so when you click on CFG, takes you through the process of writing CFG on somebody, whether it's final expense or mortgage protection. These are very comprehensive videos on what to do. So I don't recommend you blowing off these videos, okay, how to do an e-app. This is probably one of the most important videos in doing an electronic application. So all this stuff is here for a reason. So that's the CFG. Whoops. Great Western guaranteed issue. So if they're too sick to get CFG, we're going to put them in guaranteed issue with Great Western. And it's a much simpler process, both doing an app and doing the e-app. Okay, and then if you're in certain states, then these are the alternative products to write on the client. But most of the states will handle, your CFG should be in a Great Western, okay? So learning how to write an application, and then final things to do, okay? You're gonna get lead training from my wife, Jenny. So you're gonna arrange a time for her to help you learn about our lead program. I've got a lead overview page right here that talks about all our different lead programs that we have available to you. Our desire is to get free leads in your hands, which are older leads that you can cut your teeth on without investing in any leads, okay? And start making some sales off those older leads. So you've got a number of different lead programs here, and I explain all of them. But really, you're not just gonna go launch off and start buying leads, okay? We're gonna walk you through when you're gonna get with me. Okay, part of this process is get with me so I can talk to you. And that's this step number 2 here. Put yourself on my calendar so we can game plan on leads and getting you older leads to work and kind of walking you through the process. And then when you feel ready that let's go ahead and rock and roll, then click on this button, I'm ready to sell. And then that alerts me and Ginny and Brenda and all our staff that you're ready to rock and roll. And that's where, we know to support you in getting you out in the field, getting you making money, okay? So this is the selling on our lead program block right here. And then if we hired you for estate planning, then this is how you get the estate plan training done. It looks similar, but it's different, okay? So step one is getting signed up, a goals form. Okay, you got to fill out a goals form. Okay, then getting set up on an email blast list. So I'm creating a different email blast for estate planning, all right? And then part of the estate plan is getting your notary done. And the notary is really just like a 2 or 3 hour CE course. It'd be super simple, doesn't cost very much, very easy to get. I got mine done pretty quick. And that's how you get signed up there. Okay, so we recommend getting that done in parallel. And then we teach you the 2 steps to the estate plan meeting, running the first appointment. Actually, I'm sorry, this is the estate plan overview. So it gives you really an overview of the process. And then this video is on who to contract with, so some of our carriers that are important to estate planning. And then down here is the 2-step process, the first meeting and the second meeting, okay? I broke down the second meeting in smaller video chunks so you can understand the flow of the process. And then final things to do, I'm ready to start selling estate planning, okay? So very similar. Let me point out, we do a separate Zoom training for estate planning on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. So this is the Zoom link to do that. You can see that we're off. I'm actually running it. Jeff, my partner for estate planning, he's the one that runs it typically on Tuesdays at 11, except for tomorrow and next week, where I'm gonna run it, okay? But then typically, Jeff's gonna start back up. Yeah, estate planning will lead you to annuities, Deborah, and Index Universal Life for tax-free retirement. So that's the Zoom training, and then there's some of these training documents that you need to download. But that's, then down here, like the rest of the training, so I've done a video on all these estate planning webinars we've done so far. And this is right here, this number 3 takes you to all those other videos on estate planning. And there's, just more stuff to help you, right? More background information. This is a great section on marketing ideas, okay, to get estate planning leads, handling objections, the income opportunities derived from estate planning. So anyway, but like I said, you're not gonna, you'll get to this when you're ready to get to it. Not if you're like started with us just selling on our lead program, put this out of your head right now, okay? Your path is getting out the gate, selling on our lead program, all right? All right, so that is really kind of the whole gist of this program. This is a boot camp training overview. So if you ever get lost, this is where you go, okay? But most of your time is gonna be in the step 4 process here, okay? So let me kind of explain this another way. Just as further clarification, nothing like looking at it in a different way to, boy, I was hoping that was gonna come up soon. It took a little bit of a, okay. So really just kind of break down what all that's, what I just said means. Okay, I'm just gonna, so really what we want you to do first is we want to get you plugged in. And that's making sure you're on all our communication devices primarily. So I'm going to emphasize the ones you really need to get signed up for. That's the Aweber email blast. And then you need to do the Slack app. Okay, and when you click on that button, it just tells me that you want to be invited to get on Slack because I have to invite you. Okay, so getting invited on the Slack app. The next one is, like, again, getting plugged into my YouTube channel. Those are kind of the main ones. And then I forgot, setting up a separate email. Okay, because the Aweber, the reason why you want to do it before you do the Aweber is the Aweber is where you put the email address that you want all our email blasts to go to. Okay, so that's why I put the email, developing of a separate email thing there. So we want to get you plugged in. You know, that's the main thing, is getting you to where you're in the know of all the things that we have going on. The next one is, well, you know, the next part really comes down to learning to sell, learning to write an application, learning to sell, learning to write an application, leads. Okay, so this is the path. I don't think any of you have been hired primarily to do the estate planning thing, so I'm just going to stick to this right here, unless you can correct me on the chat. Okay, leads. Then we're going to, you know, get you started, man. Get you going. Get you all on the phone. Right? So let me expand the writing the app part. It's kind of what this, I like to draw if you couldn't tell. The leads, you're gonna get started with the older leads, and the leads kind of fall into two categories: final expense and mortgage protection. Okay, that's really, in essence, we do a lot more final expense, but you know, these, so this is why we only teach you one company, because their company is very friendly to telesales, but they're also issue quick and they're easy to write, in my opinion. So this is the Columbian Financial Group Choice Whole Life. And this mortgage protection is Columbian Financial Group Safe Shield. Okay, again, let's just focus on Columbian Financial Group. I know that we got you contracted with Foresters and some of these other companies, but let's just stay within one family for final expense and mortgage protection. Then the only other product that you need is if they cannot qualify health-wise to these two products, then we dump them into guaranteed issue whole life, which is the Great Western Insurance Company product. Okay, so again, you're only going to learn 2 companies and 3 products. How simple is that, right? Because if they can't qualify for any of these, then we stick them in here. Okay, do you see the kind of the wisdom behind that? Again, so you don't get freaked out. It's like, oh my God, we've got all these companies and all these products. Okay, calm down. Okay, just learn CFG and Great Western. Okay, does that make sense? That makes sense. So again, let's just keep it simple, man. Let's not get all freaked out. Okay. Then the selling part, so let's expand this out. booking appointments. Number 2, running appointments. If there's any place where I would emphasize any time is booking appointments, man. Because you can't run an appointment unless you booked it. So I think the booking appointment skill is one of the most important skill sets you need to learn. Running ATM is just, learning this. You don't got to learn the script, because the script is really, it's done by the PowerPoint. It's the ATM PowerPoint. It's just going through the slides, and you're not reading the whole thing. You're just kind of going through the gist of it as you're taking a client through the whole process, okay? So you got the booking appointments, you got the booking appointment, and then run the appointment, all right? And then I believe in practicing, like dry run everything. Dry run, talk to your spouse, your significant other, or a friend or family member. Practice your script on people, okay? Practice your appointment on somebody that's friendly. And hey, they may want to buy insurance from you, but it's really designed for you to go out there and practice. I mean, seriously, go buy, make dinner for somebody, have them come over your house, and then for the express purpose of you getting together and you practicing your appointment. I know some people say, why don't you practice so you can sell them insurance? Like, come on, man, don't do that. That's under a false pretense, my humble but accurate opinion. You should truly say, hey, I'll buy some beer, we'll have some beer and have some dinner, and then can I practice on you my appointment, okay? You're not doing it to sell them insurance, you're doing it to practice. If they want to buy insurance, oh my gosh, I'm sure you're going to help them. But you're not going to do it just to sell insurance. Like, I think your mind has to be right, your intent in your heart, just to practice, okay? Because people sniff that out a mile away. It's not what you're doing. You're doing it to get some help running and practicing your appointment process, okay? So I really emphasize that part. Okay, is this making sense so far? All right. Then ultimately learning about our lead program, and then getting you started with some older leads, okay? So that is okay, so when we look at the estate planning side, it's kind of get your notary done. Man, it doesn't take a couple days, okay? And then learning to sell, first appointment, second appointment. And kind of in parallel to the learning to sell is signing up for the software, the estate planning software, which is $49.50 a month, license fee. You can do it all in one annual at $495, but either way, okay? Then this allows you to get practice on the software, and I'd recommend doing your own, or doing your own estate plan, right? And then, we do have leads for this, so you learn about our lead program. We do have leads for estate planning, but I think a kind of real important thing is warm market or current clients, right? And then you're going to have help because the people at EP Document Pros, Jeff and his staff will help you do your first 2 estate plans. Okay, so you can have them do it for you, with you on the phone. So that's how you learn. You're going to help you do that. But it's not that hard. It's like if you can do TurboTax, you can do the estate planning software. It's a very simple process. Okay, so that is the process on this like estate planning side, and going through all of that is the boot camp. Okay, so last thing, and I'll entertain questions, is you need to email Ginny that you're here. Ginny at naarocks.com. Okay, it's not NEA-ROCKS-ON, okay? It's naarocks.com. And I'm gonna take a picture too of who was on. Okay, so Ginny knows, so. I'm gonna text her now. Nothing like the present, I always say. But email her, let her know that you're on, and then courtesy copy me so then I can get you the link to this video. Okay, and then this is Ginny's phone number. And then my phone number. Okay. The best time to get hold of Ginny is after 1 p.m. Eastern. And then she doesn't go to bed till about 5 in the morning, so to 4 a.m. Eastern. Which, like, if you're in Hawaii, that would be convenient for you because you can get a hold of her. But seriously, she doesn't go to bed till about 4:35 in the morning. And then my schedule, I'm usually 10 a.m. till about 3:30 a.m. And I'm usually, that's not when I get up. I get up at about 7 a.m. But I do a bunch of stuff between 7 and 10. But, and then 10 a.m. to 3:30, I'm available. Okay, so you can call me at, midnight or whatever if you want, or 1 a.m. Eastern. So that is that. Okay, questions. Hit your space bar for any questions that you have. You have any things that you don't understand or anything about the process? Anybody?
Hey, Alex, it's Deborah.
Yeah. Hey, Deborah.
Hey, I do have a question on when you sent us over to the boot camp or the things to do before the boot camp, and we've got the ARC. There's the fast track a new recruit. Do I need to wait for Brenda to give me all that information or to get on ARC or?
Okay.
If that makes any sense, because there's a.
Did we get you? I think I told Brenda, like you've already been fast track with us. I think next thing is getting you contracted.
Okay. Yeah, I have an appointment with her on Saturday.
Okay. Okay, good.
Yeah. I couldn't, she had an opening tomorrow, but I couldn't work it around my schedule at work. So I wasn't sure. I guess I can wait until Saturday to find out if she still has me in the system, and then we can kind of go from there as far as getting on ARC.
Yeah, you are already in the system because you got fast track before. So you already have an NAA number. And she might have requested you to be able to get access to the NAA website. Do you know if she did that?
I don't. I have no idea. I mean, I can try and sign in and see if.
Hold on. Nothing like the present, right? See, I have a terrible memory, so I don't have to remember stuff. So I try to get it out of the way right away. And so she's probably, I know she's busy.
Hello, Alex.
Hey, Brenda, how you doing?
I'm good. How
Good.
are you?
Good. I'm on the boot camp. So Deborah Heap had a question regarding, she knows you're going to get her started on Saturday, but because you fast tracked her before, can we just have help desk reactivate her number or her access to the website?
Oh, I can get access to the website. Yeah, I can get her hooked up with access to the website. Since it's going to be a hierarchy change. Yep, we can do that. We can get that taken care of.
Oh, a hierarchy change?
No, it shouldn't
Well,
be.
you said she was active. She was with us before.
Yeah, we signed her up like, what, a year ago, Deborah?
Yeah, something like that. Almost 2 years now, maybe.
That'll even be easier.
Sure.
Then they just have to flip a switch and make her active.
Yeah, it might have been like 2 years ago, year and a half, 2 years ago. I mean,
Yeah, I think it's
ago,
about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The help desk will be up and running at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and I'll hit them first thing.
Okay, and then they'll reactivate her. Okay.
Yes. Sorry
Okay.
about the confusion. Yes. That'll make it quick and easy. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're right.
Cool. Awesome. All right, thanks, Brenda.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay.
See you later.
Take care. Bye.
You too.
All right, cool. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it.
You might think I drive my people like slaves all day long, I don't really. They work like, I mean, they just are very dedicated and very loyal. So like, please don't take my staff for granted because they're incredible and they're there to help you.
Brenda's definitely amazing.
She is. She really is. And thank God for her, man. She's been with me like 10 years. I think 10 years. Like, I can't hardly believe anybody be wanting to work for me for 10 years. Although I am, I really hate being a boss. So I'm not a very good one. I just trust them to do their thing. And, and then when something blows up or something happens, I call them in a panic usually. And then they calm me down and they take care of it. So, I've been very blessed with them. So anyway, I hope you guys can appreciate that. Anyway. All right. Anybody else? Elizabeth?
Yeah, I had a question.
Okay.
How much does that notary public course cost?
About $130.
Okay. And you kind of use that anywhere, I guess.
Well, I mean, within your state.
Yeah, that's what I mean, within your neighborhood or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How long is the course?
Well, I mean, it's like if you took a 2-hour, really, literally, it's like a 2-hour, 3-hour CE course. I mean, it's about as long as a 2 or 3 hour CE course. Like I did it, so I know.
Oh, I could do that standing on my head.
Yeah, I think so. Some states are even way easier than others. And, but it's a really good course. You start understanding why notaries do what they do or how they do what they do and why they do what they do, because it's very specific guidelines on it. And there's a tremendous amount of credibility when you notarize something because you're a trusted notary from your state, and people that see that you notarize something, they think, hey, this person's, duly deputized to witness the signatures, vetting that the signature is really from the person that's signing, so.
My roommate will be happy because she's always looking for a notary.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll help.
Yep.
All right, anybody else? Cool. Well, thanks everybody for plugging in. I'm here. Elizabeth, I'm here if you need me, so you can call me.
Okay.
And of course, Deborah and Tashaka, I mean, whatever y'all need, I'm here. So rock on. Was that?
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. All right, Shaka. Good. Glad you were on, man.
Okay.
Take care, buddy. God bless.
Take care. Yeah,
Okay.
bye.
Bye now.